Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Gemma with WGC. Today I'm going to take you through a 20-minute fat burning power yoga sequence. So we're going to be moving pretty fast. It will be dynamic, strengthening and energizing. So this is perfect to do to start your day. If you wake up, you're feeling a bit tired, this is better than an espresso. So we're going to start at the top of the mat. So finding your Tadasana. Bring your feet slightly apart here and start to root the feet into the mat. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. So you might want to draw the shoulders up and then draw them down. Release any tension there. And let's just take a few moments here, connecting to the breath. Just taking a full inhale through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. A few more breaths like that. Now on your inhale, reaching your arms up overhead. Bringing your palms to touch. And as you exhale, releasing the right hand and stretching over to that right side. Moving with the breath. Inhale, reach the arm back up. Exhale, stretch to the left, releasing the left hand. So let's keep this flow going. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the left. One more time each side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right, inhale, and exhale, stretch to the left. Inhale, come all the way back up. This time as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So open the arms as you turn to the right side. You can bring your gaze to your back hand. Inhale, release the twist all the way back to center, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. 2 more times. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. One more round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Maybe go a little deeper here. Using the core muscles. Inhale, come back. Exhale. Last time to the left. Inhale, reach the arms back overhead, gazing forward. Bring your palms to touch and we'll start to open through the chest. So root the feet into the mat, leaning back slightly, engage your core muscles here, open the chest to the sky. Now exhale, soften the knees. I'm going to swing down, reach the arms behind you like a swinging motion. 2 more of these. Inhale, come all the way up, open the chest. Exhale, fold, release the arms behind. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, release. Now this time clasp your hands over behind your lower back, bend the knees and then reach those clasped hands up to the sky as you're drawing the crown of the head down towards the mat, so you can bend your knees as much as you need to bring the chest to the thighs. 3 breaths here, opening through the shoulders and the chest. And releasing the hands. Inhale, straighten the legs, bring the fingertips to the mat or to the shins, gaze forwards. Exhale, soften, plant the hands. Let's step to plank. So bringing the hips in line with the body, shoulders will stack over your wrists. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Now making sure your whole body is engaged. So first of all, keep the core working so the hips don't drop down. Draw the crown of the head forward, draw the heels back so your whole body is active. 2 more breaths here, pressing the earth away from you. Exhale, drop the knees, bend the elbows, lower the chin and the chest. Inhale, release the hips and come up to your cobra. So hug the elbows in, open through the chest, gaze forwards. Exhale, tuck the toes and come to your first downward facing dog. Okay, take a moment, just paddle out the legs here, wiggle the hips if you need. And finding stillness here. We're going to do a movement that is called a water wheel, and this is really good for engaging the core and strengthening the upper body. So from your downward dog, on your inhale, lift your heels and rock yourself forward to a plank position. Once you arrive in plank, bend the knees. As you exhale, press into the hands to push the hips back and up. So you come back to downward dog. So that's 1 full round. And we want to keep this motion going. So inhale to plank, exhale, bend the knees, push back. Keep it going, a continuous flow. Link in the movement with the breath. And then we're going to reverse that movement. So from plank, lift the hips, draw the hips back to downward dog, and then bend your knees and push yourself forward that way. So you're going the other way, but you're continuing to move with your breath. A few more times. Okay, coming back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze forward, step, walk or hop. Find your halfway lift, gaze forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, palms come to touch. Exhale, bring the hands through the midline, release the hands by the sides. Just take 3 breaths here. If you need to, take an open mouth exhale to release any fatigue. So breathing in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Also called a lion's breath in yoga. One more breath here. On your next inhale, reaching the arms up. Open the chest, gaze to your thumbs. Exhale to fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift, gaze forward, straight legs. Exhale, bend the knees to plant the hands and either step or maybe you want to hop back to your plank. Now from here, either knees, chest, chin, or take your chaturanga by bending the elbows, hug the elbows in as you lower halfway, press into the mat, scoop up, upward facing dog. Knees are lifted, chest is open. Exhale, rock over the toes, a downward facing dog. Here on your inhale, reach your right leg up to a 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, draw the knee to the nose, hold. Inhale, reach the leg back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, this time bring your knee to the outside of your right elbow. Inhale, reach the leg back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes to outside of the left elbow. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, this time step the foot in between the hands. Keep your back heel lifted. We're going to come to high lunge here. Take a few moments here, pulsing up and down. Open through the hips. Now inhale, reach through the fingertips. As you exhale, let's come to runner's lunge. So bringing the chest towards the thighs as you reach the arms behind you like you're about to start sprinting. Inhale, back to high lunge. Exhale to runner's lunge. One more time, inhale, come up. Exhale to runners. Stay in here, release your left hand next to the front foot, and you're going to roll to the outside of that left foot, coming into side plank. So you can do the half variation with your right foot on the mat between your left foot and your hand, or you can stack the legs for the full variation. So your feet are stacked, you're lifting the hips up. You also have the option to reach your right arm up here. Maybe you want to test your balance by gazing up to your top hand. Maybe you want to float that top leg off the bottom leg. Play around with any variation you like. Keep the core engaged. One more breath. Now releasing the right hand, and you're going to pivot on that back foot to roll onto the inside this time of that foot. And you're going to extend this right leg forward in front of you. Keep both legs straight. Open the chest, open the hips. Reach that left arm up for broken triangle. One more breath here. Release that left hand. Step to your plank. Take a flow, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take one full breath here. Take an open mouth exhale if you need. And we go through that on the other side. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to outside of left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, tap the knee to the outside of right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog once more. Exhale, this time plant the foot in between the hands and rise up to your high lunge on this side. Again, take a few moments here. Pulsing up and down a little. Find your balance, your stability. Engage in the core muscles. Inhale, you reach through the fingertips towards the sky. Lengthening the spine. Exhale, tilt from the hips. The chest comes to the thigh. Runner's lunge, reach the fingertips behind you. Inhale, rise back up, high lunge. Exhale to runner's lunge. Now one more time, inhale as you come up. Exhale to runners, hold here. Now you're going to release the right hand onto the mat below your face, roll onto the outside of that right foot. Find your half variation or your full variation. Stacking the feet, lift the hips. Reaching the left arm up is optional. And any other variation you want to do here, if you're floating that top leg or anything else, hold. Release the left hand, turn all the way onto the inside of that right foot, and then thread that left leg through, extend the leg, reach the right arm up, open the chest, push the hips up. Broken triangle on this side. Okay, releasing the right hand, step to plank, take a flow here. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold in here 5 breaths. Last breath. Inhale, rock to the toes. Bend the knees, gaze forward, step, walk or hop. Halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Tadasana, upward hands. Exhale, bring the hands through the midline, release the hands by the sides. Take a few moments here. Regulating the breath. If the breath feels rapid, that's a deepen the breath, slow it back down. Remember, if we lose control of the breath, then we're no longer doing yoga, we're just exercising. Yoga is all about keeping the connection with the breathing. Okay, from here, bring your feet closer together if they're not already so. Now, start to bend the knees and push your hips back. We're coming into Utkatasana chair. Keep sinking the hips, then scoop your fingertips either along the mat or through the air. Reach the arms up, but without lifting the hips. So you're still sinking the hips. So you can draw the upper arms in line with the ears, keep your gaze forward. Pretend that you're sitting on a really comfortable chair. Two more breaths here. Now bring the hands together to heart center. We're going to take this into a little twist. Inhale here. On your exhale, use the core, twist into the right side. Then you're going to start to bend forward, bringing the elbow to the outside of that right knee. Keep sinking the hips here. If you need to, you can bring the feet further away from each other. Now, if you've hooked the elbow, start to press the elbow into the knee, turning your gaze up to your right elbow. And you can stay here if you want to test your balance. You can do a one-legged version where you're just going to simply float this left foot up. So you bring the shin parallel to the mat. Now from here, if you're in the one-legged version or the normal version, we're going to step this left foot back without releasing the twist. Extend the legs so you're in a revolved lunge. Inhale, release the twist, come all the way up, high lunge, open through the chest. Exhale, release the hands. Step to plank, inhale here, exhale, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, roll onto your toes, bend the knees, step, walk or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, Urdhva Shavasana. Exhale as you draw the hands through the midline. Release the arms, Tadasana. Preparing for our second chair pose here. So to sink the hips, bend the knees. Inhale as you reach the arms up. Keep the hips low. Finding your comfortable chair. Hold in here, one more breath. If you can bring the upper arms back a little bit. Hands come into heart center. Preparing for the twist here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, twist from the core to the left side. Fold forward to hook the elbow to the outside of the knee. Keep sinking the hips. Deepen the twist a little bit more if you can, so you can gaze to that left elbow. If you went for the balance on the other side, you can do it here, floating the right foot this time, so the shin becomes parallel to the mat. And then we're going to now step our right foot back to arrive in our revolved twist. Inhale, release the twist, reach the arms all the way up, high lunge, hips turn forward. Exhale, release the hands, step to plank, take your flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here, come back to your breathing. One more breath. Okay, draw up to your knees to tabletop. We're going to come down onto our forearms for a forearm plank. Releasing the forearms to the mat. You want your forearms to be about shoulder width. Plant the hands down. Now extend your right leg and extend your left leg. Make sure that your shoulders stay stuck in over the elbows here. Make sure that your hips are in line with the body. I'm going to take 5 breaths here. Keep your core engaged. One more breath. Now rolling onto the outside of the left foot. Finding your side forearm plank, you always have the option to release your bottom leg, so your left knee. And you can take the half variation, or you can stack the feet. Your right hand can be on your hip, or you can reach the arm up. Hold here, one more breath. Release. Come back to forearm plank and roll to your right foot, choosing half variation or the full variation. Release, rock back to forearm plank, drop the knees. Let's come to a child's pose. Bring the hands alongside your feet and allow your forehead to drop to the mat. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms. Coming back to your breath here. Okay, from here, we're going to come all the way down onto our belly. So come into a prone position, release the belly, the hips. We're going to do one back bend here. We're going to do locust pose with a shoulder stretch. So by clasping the hands behind the lower back. So pressing the hip bones into the mat, clasp the hands. On an inhale, lift the chest, lift the feet, gaze forwards. As you exhale, hold. Inhale, maybe come a little higher. Exhale, maintain. 2 more breaths. Exhale, release. Soften the muscles around the lower back. Maybe shake the hips a little bit here. Release any tension. And we'll do a shoulder stretch from this position. Reach your right arm out to the side to shoulder height with the palm facing down. Bring your left hand next to your head. And you're generally going to press into this left hand here. So you roll onto the right shoulder. Then with your left leg, you bring it up and plant the foot behind you. Relax the head. Take 5 breaths here in this lovely shoulder stretch. Slowly release, rock back onto your front. You can bring the right hand next to the face, extend the left arm out, shoulder height. Press into that right hand to roll onto your left side, bringing your right foot up and over. 5 breaths here. Release back onto your front. Press the hands into the mat. Come back to your child's pose. Allowing your spine to flex here for this natural forward fold. Slowly come back to sit onto your heels. Bring your hips to one side. Bring your legs out in front of you. Almost there. Okay, let's finish with boat pose. A last bit of core work. Reach the arms out in front of you so your sitting bones are rooted, your feet are the soles of the feet are on the mat. Now lift one foot up so the shin, calf is parallel to the mat, and then the other. Now you can flex your toes towards you to engage the legs, draw the shoulders back, push the chest forward. So we're going to lower halfway 3 times. Exhale, extend the legs, come halfway, but don't release onto the mat. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, all the way back up. Exhale, halfway, hold here. 1 breath. Exhale, release. Release your whole body to the mat. Shake the legs. Bend the knees, hug the knees to your chest. And just rock a few times here, side to side. Massaging the lower back into the mat. And we'll finish with a Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly to open through the hips again. So bring the knees out to the sides, soles of the feet come together. Relax the arms by the sides. And use this gentle stretch to regulate your breathing after this power yoga practice. So to consciously relax all of your muscles here, allowing the body and the mind to start to calm down. And take as long as you need here. Feel free to extend the legs and come into your Shavasana, your final resting pose. And you can stay in your Shavasana as long as you need before you're ready to come back into your day with more energy. Thank you very much for joining me. See you again soon. Namaste.